Hey guys, Eyal Levi here with Nail the Mix, and I am going to unbox May 2018's Bullet For My Valentine's Over It, which was produced, engineered, and mixed by none other than Carl Bown. And these tracks are going to be great. I already know that because Carl comes from a lineage of the very, very best, or some of the very best, metal producers and engineers of all time. So with that said, let's look at what we've got in this track. At the top, we have various tempo changes, and they seem pretty subtle. Looks like you have tempo changes on the choruses, which is a very good move to do. It gives a chorus a different kind of energy. And I like that it's all labeled, that we've got markers for every section of the song. This is good stuff. All right, we've got some drums. One kick drum with microphone in, microphone out. Snare top, side, and bottom. It looks like ringy. I think that's a sample. Some toms, hats, rooms, chinas, overheads. Good stuff. We'll go back and play it in a second. We've got 4 tracks of bass. Looks like 2 tracks of rhythm and 2 DIs. And a bunch more guitars. And yes, there are DIs for the whole thing. But me knowing Carl and how good he is, I don't know why you would ever want to reamp. But if you want to, that option is there. And here we have, looks like, lots of extra synths and effects and swells, audio ear candy. And then, of course, lots of main vocals. All right, so decent amount of tracks. And take a look at the mixer. No real plugins. I mean, there's nothing going on here. Just wanted to show you that. We've leveled it out. We've done a little bit of leveling just to save time. Like, for instance, do you really need to watch us turn the DIs down? No, I don't think so. And we've done some panning and stuff just because there are a lot of tracks and we want to get through this. But hey, there are no plugins on this right now. Let's just hear what we've got with just some basic levels. So I would just turn up the kick a little bit to give it, to give it that kick. So it is a very dense track, and you're going to have to do a really good job balancing it well and giving space for everything. But it's got great energy, and it was tracked great. Let's check out some of these drums. Let's start with that kick. I know that a lot of you guys are going to say that's a sample, but that is not. And you know how I know? Because I have seen these guys record in real life, and they will take 3 weeks to mic up a kick drum properly. They don't move on until they're happy. Like their ethos or their MO with engineering is that if it's not right, they don't move on, and they get it right. That kick is what they wanted it to sound like. And that sounds like a sampled kick, but I guarantee you it's not. I mean, listen to the bleed. That's just expertly, expertly done. Let's add some snares in here. If my Pro Tools decides to respond, okay. pick up the video here. This is where it stopped acting weird. Okay, let's add some snares to that. And I'm going to turn down the rooms just a little bit. Even though they sound great. Just so you can hear a little bit more of what just the raw kit sounds like. That is a great sounding kit. That's a great sounding recording. All right, so you know that your drums sound good, and you've got a rack tom, 2 floor toms, hi-hat, ride, a china, stereo overheads, 2 pairs of stereo rooms. I don't know what this mic is. I'm sure it's a room mic of some sort. Let's listen to it. All right, so some sort of a room mic. Got this corner mic. Oh yeah, you could really, with some good crush on that got some nice distortion out of it, that would be a very nice distorted room. There's a lot of options with these tracks. One named after one of our favorite drummers on earth, Ringo Starr. Anyways, you've got lots to play with there. We've got 4 tracks of bass. Let's see what we've got. We've got a bass DI, an Ampeg, a growl, and a sub. So first of all, I just want to hear what the bass DI sounds like. So the Ampeg doesn't sound that different. Let's hear the bass growl. Having these many tonal options right out the gate really lets you craft the bass sound to what's happening dynamically in the song. This song has quite a few dynamic changes, and this gives you the ability to make the right choices throughout. So let's hear just some drums and bass. Sounds great. And I love that they included the sub track. So you can really get that modern low end. All right, let's check out the guitars. All right, we do have 2 DIs and then 2 amped rhythms. Let's hear what we got. Very nice. Just clean up some of those low mids just a little bit. Man, that is a banging tone. Let's hear that with everything else that we've already listened to. I want to hear that again. That just sounds great. Nice, very nice. All right, and I see that we do have a lot more guitars here, so let's check them out. Got lots of lead guitars. So for now, I'm going to mute the rhythms and just bring the leads into this, and just so we can check them out. The reason I'm doing that is because sometimes rhythms will swallow leads whole, and I just want to hear what's going on so that I can show you what's going on. By the way, that's what I mean by a dynamic shift. Right there, having that option to have a different bass tone, that's really cool. Yes, heaviness. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you're gonna have your work cut out for you. Just balancing this and making sure that everything's got its space. It's a lot easier said than done. All right, let's see what else we got here. Lots of sounds, lots of cool extra sounds. Let's hear them. This stuff's always fun. So it seems like some of the guitar effects are down here as well. Sounds to me like these are some very, very nice, high quality pads and layers to just add more texture to the overall mix. So your challenge is going to be to get them in there but not take over everything else. And you've already got a lot of stuff going on with those guitars. Those guitars do eat a lot of space, so you're going to have to find a way to get these in there but keep them subtle yet effective. And of course, balanced with the most important thing coming up, the vocals. So we've got quite a few vocal tracks. Looks like a lead and a vocal. Yep. Looks like he doubles just about everything. Quadruples the screams. And pedal vox effects. Let's see something. I just want to see something. Okay, so it looks like this track goes parallel to all the other vocals. Let's listen to it by itself.
After all this time, you still couldn't recognize that your problem lies within. Why you thrown it all away?
Nice. Sounds like something swirly. I'm gonna have to ask what that is, but let's see. So here's the voice without it.
All this time, you still couldn't recognize that your problem.
Oh yeah, it just fills it out and gives it that character. All right, let's listen to some of these vocals. We got a lot of vocals. And we got harmonies, doubles, multiple screams, harmony stacks, all kinds of stuff. Let's check it out.
I know it hurts. I tried to help to ease your pain. I know these words, they won't mean anything. I hope it hurts. You've only got yourself to blame, and I can't take this anymore. I'm over it.
Let's see what this scream stack is.
Saving. It's on your head. So point the finger, point the blame. Cause the warnings.
Cool. And now I want to see what this harmony stack is.
Breathe in, breathe out. I feel it coming round again. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't wanna ride your carousel. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't know how much more I can take. Breathe in, breathe out. Just stop cause I'm about to. I know it hurts. I tried to help to ease your.
Alright, so that just about covers all the tracks. So I think that this song has some, you got your challenges laid out for you. First of all, it's got to sound huge. It's got to sound polished. It's got to sound driving and heavy. But also, you got to fit in all the other elements, like those lead guitars, like these pads and synths. They got to have their space there and add the texture without taking anything over. And then, of course, front and center have to be all these vocals. You've got all different kinds of vocals. You've got the pedal voc effects, which really fills it out. You've got screaming. You've got scream singing. You've got straight out screaming, like stacked. You've got harmonies. You got all kinds of delays. You just got a lot of stuff going on. And with the music being so dense and heavy and thick, to still keep these vocals up front the way they're supposed to be, that's going to be a real challenge. And I hope you guys learn a lot and have a great time. This has been Eyal Levi unboxing May 2018's Nail the Mix for Bullet for My Valentine. And happy mixing, guys.